Now, for some reason, most people associate vegans with being against animal cruelty. Now, that's never been my motivation. My motivation has always been common sense, desire to be healthy. And that is what my channel will focus on. Common sense and being healthy. Not rocket science, nothing sophisticated, just easy to understand common sense. Now, it should be common sense that we are not designed to eat carcass. We're simply not. Well, for some reason, common sense is hard for humans today. We do not have a grasp on our natural instinct, and we think something is normal that screams to us that it is not normal. Humans today are in an extremely regressed stage. We're not evolved. We're in a primitive stage. I don't care how much intellectual advancement you think we've made. We are in a primitive stage of our development. And the major sign of that is the fact that we eat carcass. I very much believe in extraterrestrials. And I believe one of the reasons they want nothing to do with us, that they're not revealing themselves to us, is because they see that we are still in a primitive stage. I guarantee you that those intelligent beings that monitor this earth, that have been monitoring this earth for thousands of years, I guarantee you they eat. And I guarantee you none of them eat carcass. They all eat plant. And one of the reasons they're not associating themselves with us, and I believe they did at some point in the past when we were not eating carcass, but they see that we eat carcass now. On top of that, we live with animals, and we are operating in the world as if we are wild animals. And they understand that we are not intelligent enough yet for them to interact with us, because we would not understand or accept them how they are. They would not understand, well, we would not understand anything intelligent that they had to offer, because if we don't understand the basic things, what we should and should not eat, how are we going to accept and understand the more complicated things? So, when you smell a carcass, you gag. You want to get as far away from it as possible. Common sense. No food on earth would cause that type of reaction. None. Think of foods in their natural state other than carcass. None of them cause you to gag. Right? No plant, no vegetable causes you to gag. In fact, they cause you to salivate. Imagine if you were hungry and you walked by an orange tree but didn't know it was there. You didn't know what oranges were. The smell of those oranges would cause you to salivate. I guarantee you this. And you will want to look for whatever was given off that smell. And when you found those oranges, I guarantee you, you would explore them until you figured out how to eat it. You would start eating them. And once you got to the middle, you would realize, okay, this is the tastier part of this fruit. Some people like to eat the peel. It's your choice. But you are going to be drawn to natural foods. When a true carnivore that's designed to eat meat smells a carcass, they salivate. They want to seek it out to eat it. Even as babies, you look at lion cubs, tiger cubs. Instinctually, they know to eat carcass. They are naturally drawn to the smell of a carcass. Are you? Common sense. This is not rocket science. I'm not dropping knowledge on anybody out there. This is common sense. Yes, we are that dumb today. We are that primitive that common sense sounds like knowledge. Right? So, in order to eat meat, you have to burn it. We call it cooking. You have to burn it just to tolerate being around it. How many of you actually think natural foods, no animal on earth reacts to food that they are designed to eat like that? Are we born with the natural instinct to know how to create fire? If we are designed to eat carcass, we would have figured out how to make fire as soon as we evolved on this planet. It took a very long time. Then after we created it, we did not know that we needed to cook. Understand, I'm not exactly sure at what point in history this happened, but I'm quite sure humans started to eat carcass, meat, because there was a scarce supply of vegetation, natural food. Just imagine how long it took them to figure out how to eat it. That they had to skin it first. They had to gut it first. They had to cook it for a certain amount of time. You can imagine the earliest people were trying to eat it raw just like the other animals. Imagine how long they were doing that before they figured out they needed to cook it. Natural food does not do that, even after we cook it. Look at the numerous cancers they cause. Health problems. Natural food does not do that. So it is irrefutable. And just look at how dumb we are today. These so-called health experts. It's very rare that you find any of them, these nutritionists. It's rare that you find any of them that do not include meat in their suggested meal plans. These are supposed to be the health experts. And they include carcass in virtually every meal plan they give to you. Even the people who we view as intelligent and educated on food are as dumb as a rock. Just as unevolved as the rest of us. And they've written books, articles, trying to teach other people how to eat healthy. Anything that disgusts you in its natural state is not designed for you to eat. This is not rocket science. Nothing is sophisticated what I'm saying here. It should be common sense. And this channel will be based on common sense and common sense only.